Hey, what's up you guys? I'm Sara Lubratt and today's video is going to be 3 ways to boost your creativity. I have been using these first 2 techniques for about 2 months now, and then the third technique I've actually been using for like multiple years, and I can't wait to share them with you guys today. So for the past 2 or so months, I have been journaling every single morning. I try to do this as soon to waking up as I possibly can, although typically that means that it's the first thing that I do once I get to work. And so the first 2 of my 3 techniques today are journaling practices, and I tend to split up my journaling practice so that technique number 1 goes on the left page and technique number 2 goes on the right page. But technique number 1 is actually 5 parts, but they're very easy parts, so don't let that overwhelm you. And this is what has worked for me. So for each of the 5 things within tip number 1, I try to write at least 3 of that one thing. So in order, how I try to do this is writing down 3 things that I'm thankful for in the phrasing, I am grateful for blank. The second group of 3 things that I try to write down are 3 big goals. And for the past few days for me, the 3 big goals that I have written down for myself are wanting to have a book traditionally published, wanting to go on a book tour, and wanting to go visit a national park. And for my big goals, I try to phrase that in such a way where it says, I am excited and ready to have a book traditionally published. I am excited and ready to go to a national park. That kind of phrasing to really tap into setting the goal for myself and having my brain very intentionally aware that these are the goals that I have for myself. The third grouping of 3 that I write down are slightly smaller goals, and you can interpret this however you want because it is currently like mid-ish November by the time that I'm filming this. My goals recently have been within like the next 3 months, things that I want to accomplish. So for example, one of those things for me is finishing draft 3 of DE, which I'm at least doing the first half for NaNoWriMo, where I'm rewriting draft 2 of my project DE into draft 3. And then the fourth thing that I try to write at least 3 goals for are even smaller goals, aka things that I want to accomplish today. And I have been trying to do this in such a way where one of them is a writing goal, one of them is a work goal, and one of them is a life goal, in an attempt to make my life very even and spread out across the things that I'm interested in, while at the same time making sure that my work priorities remain a priority. And I try to phrase this section in this format. Today I am going to accomplish blank. And then the 5th section of 5 that I try to write at least 3 things for are daily affirmations. I have noticed that the 1st and the 5th things really set up my brain in a very positive outlook on the rest of my day, and that's why I try to do this as early in the morning as possible so that I have a really positive outlook on the rest of my day. And the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th categories are all goal setting. My big goals, my smaller like 1 to 3 month goals, and my daily goals really help me set up my mindset so that I make sure that I'm focusing on the things that I actually want in life every single day instead of not really writing down my goals and therefore not working towards them because they are not clearly outlined. I have found this journaling method to be absolutely so calming every morning, and it really helps clear out my brain fog so that I can be more intentional and get more stuff done in a day. So that is typically what I put on the left side of a spread of paper, and then on the right side we're going into technique 2 to boost creativity. And this one I think really boosts creativity because its title is 10 ideas. And this one is rather straightforward, but as soon as I have finished filling out those 5 sections of 3 items each on the left, I go over here to the right page and I number it 1 through 10, and I just write out the first 10 ideas that come to my head. And they don't have to be good ideas, they just have to be 10 ideas. They can be from any section of your life. I have noticed that I typically end up with a couple for work, a couple for writing, a couple for YouTube, a couple for my life, and a couple things that I want to accomplish or a couple things that I want to see solved. And this whole 10 ideas concept is to get your ideas churning as soon as possible in the day. And by starting your day right after journaling with writing out 10 ideas, you tend to come up with more ideas in a day. And so I feel like I've been a lot more creative since starting this about 2 months ago. I also love looking back on my ideas and seeing what I ended up going through with and seeing how certain ideas have changed since writing them. I've read a lot about how starting your day with this 10 ideas concept will make you more creative throughout the rest of your day just because you are starting in a creative mindset that kind of clears those first 10 ideas out of your head, and because you're writing them down with pen and paper, it helps clear those out of your head, but you still have them because they are on paper, and it helps clear up that space for your new ideas throughout the day. So these first 2 techniques are how I have been starting my days out recently, and by recently I mean for the past couple of months, by starting my morning writing out things I am thankful for, my big goals, my 1 to 3 month goals, my daily goals, and my daily affirmations. And then going over and writing the first 10 ideas that I've had in a day. So technique number 3, and the last technique that brings us to today, is not necessarily a way to boost creativity, but it's a way to make sure that you're getting all of your ideas down. So technique number 3 is not a journaling technique. It's actually quite different from the first two, but also not that different from the first two because it is another writing technique. And this is not at all sponsored, but I love this company, and so I wanted to mention it because it is something that I use in my daily life. I know that a lot of us come up with really good ideas in the shower, but my problem is that I have to focus on like the first 2 or 3 to make sure that I don't forget them when I get out of the shower. And then that holds me up for the rest of the time that I'm in the shower and prohibits me from thinking about more ideas. So the third technique or trick that I wanted to mention was Aqua Notes. These things are so freaking cool. It is a like laminated type paper almost, if you can focus. It's like almost plasticky, but it's paper that doesn't get wet. And so it comes in this pad of paper that's like about the size of my hand, but it comes with these suction cups so you can actually stick it up on the wall of your shower, and then it comes with a pencil that has its own suction cup that you put up next to it, and you can like literally just like write down stuff while you're in the shower so that you don't forget another idea. And that's actually like their slogan too, which I think is funny. Many people get great inspiration in the shower. Never let another great idea go down the drain. I have been using this company for years at this point. I always have it stuck up in my shower because I think it's so freaking cool, and it works so well for me because then I don't have to like frantically dry off my hands and then try to like get across my bathroom and get my phone to like type down whatever I've thought of in the shower. I can literally just like write it down on this notepad, and then these pages like are perforated, and so they tear off really easily. And the pencil even has an eraser, and the eraser works very well on this kind of paper, and so if you want to save and reuse these sheets, you absolutely can. I tend to use both sides of these pieces of paper before I throw them away, and sometimes I even like erase part of it and then just write over what was there. And I have just found this to be like a crazy helpful way for me not to lose my ideas while in the shower. I did say this is not sponsored. It's not, but I did leave a link for these down below if you are interested. I get them off of Amazon, so there's a link in the description if you're interested. So those are my 3 ideas to boost creativity. Journaling at the beginning of every morning, writing down what you're thankful for, your big goals, your slightly smaller goals, and your daily goals, as well as daily affirmations to help center your brain and give yourself a positive outlook on the day. Writing down your first 10 ideas of the day to make you more creative and coming up with more ideas throughout the rest of the day. And then Aqua Notes to make sure that you can write down the ideas that you have in the shower so that those don't go to waste either. I know that there are a variety of other things to boost your creativity, like working out, getting a good night's sleep, having your coffee every morning, having a routine, but I thought that this was just kind of a fun, different 3 kinds of ways to boost your creativity. So please let me know down in the comments below how you boost your creativity or what kinds of routines work really well for you. But alright, I think that's going to be it for me today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Sara Lubratt. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up because it really supports my channel by telling the YouTube algorithm that you liked my video, and then someone else might too. If you are not already subscribed, I post videos twice a week, so make sure you scroll down below, hit that big red subscribe button and that little notification bell next to it so you don't miss another one of my uploads. I post videos twice a week on Mondays and Thursdays and do live streams on the weekends, and so I will see you guys next time with another video. Bye!